Tuesday night baseball now from Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx. Tonight, the second of 4 to begin the week between the Detroit Tigers and the New York Yankees. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Jordan Montgomery is on the mound for game 2. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, he's got a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, so he's throwing the ball pretty well. We'll see how that translates into this one.
Jose Iglesias heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Shortstop, Jose Iglesias.
And now he'll try to bunt his way on to start the game. But a foul ball here, 0-1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, EK, they have not been playing their best baseball of late as they've dropped 4 of their last 5.
And it's been a little bit of a rocky start to the homestand. Just one win to show for their first 4 games. I think it starts with the pitching. They've got to get a good performance out of this starter if they want to turn around their fortune.
And he takes strike 3 called on the curveball that time, and there's your first out of the evening. So a moment now to take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Detroit Tigers. Steve, how do they go about trying to start out the month with a win?
Well, I think just putting this guy into the stretch early and often. Look to get the leadoff hitter on base to give themselves the best opportunity to score runs throughout the game.
Tyler Collins will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike 1. Well, you figure that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him going forward.
Yeah, I think it might even tell the story of how well he fares here tonight, because he's going to need to mix his speeds against a lineup like this. And once they start sitting on pitches, it could be trouble.
Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Well, Matt, Drummond is a really well-respected umpire. Pretty rare that anyone has a major beef with the way he calls a strike zone.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Just getting started here in the Bronx. And he takes strike 3 called, and it's a pair of punch-outs that begin the ball game. And with that, let's give you a look at the Yankees defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, Didi Gregorius has established himself as one of the finest defensive shortstops in the league. His range, absolutely unreal. And his arm could qualify as a deadly weapon. Instincts are second to none. That makes him the complete shortstop.
And that's in there for strike 1. And he misses with it, 1-1.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Grounded down the third baseline. Gloved by Headley. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Nothing doing here in the opening half inning. Tigers. Michael Fulmer, a right-hander from the Sooner State, gets the starting assignment here. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, his batting average against this year is under 250. He's really had his way with the offense.
Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's a base hit, so the leadoff man's aboard to start off the home half of the first.
Well, good start so far for the home guys. 1, 2, 3 top half, followed by a leadoff single here to start things off in the bottom half.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
And we'll give you an isolation look at this one from our camera down in the third base well. You'll see he's not looking back. This is a straight steal, and he's into second with no one out.
And he falls behind 0-2. No one out with a runner at second. swing and a little blooper to center. Collins moving in, and that's the first out of the inning. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base. Starlin Castro will stand in, and as you take a look at the splits there, he's actually a better hitter against right-handed pitching this season. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. Eric, these Tigers, as they begin play here tonight, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
And they were able to come away with the victory last night, so another performance like that would make their manager a happy man.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Here comes Ellsbury on his way home. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Well, we've seen a couple really good swings here early on. And that's a good one there, as this ball is going to plug the gap for 2 bases and give his guys the early 1-0 lead.
He's set. Here it comes. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. For Castro, that's now 25 doubles for him this season. Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour, a ball and a strike. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. It's sharply toward third, and that's in there, base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Yeah, not exactly the time to raise the warning flags just yet, but it's not often you'll see him give up 3 hits in the first inning. Right? It's easy to sit here and say, maybe he doesn't have his best stuff, but it wouldn't surprise me at all to see him run off a string of 8 in a row either.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Set to deliver the 0-1. Hit hard up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Batting 6.
Troy will get his first opportunity now. 14 home runs to his credit so far this year. First pitch coming. Here it is. In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. Hit sharply on the ground to the left, and that's through into left, a base hit. And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base.
Batting 7.
Chase Headley will stand in here. He drove in 1 of their 2 runs in last night's ball game.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
First offering on its way. Chopped at the plate. To Iglesias for 1. Back to first, and a great stretch there may be the difference. It's a double play, and the inning is over. So 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. J.D. Martinez will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest.
Well, he's had 7 RBIs in his last 10 games, so he is producing runs, and he had another good one yesterday.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And, you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Strike 2 on the curveball. 0-2.
And I know it's your first at-bat of the ball game and you want to work the count a little, but those were 2 pretty good pitches to have a rip out.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. James McCann will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Well, his batting average is ugly, and his last 10 games have been ugly. Just 2 hits in his last 10.
Smoke toward third. Headley's got it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting 6.
Nick Castellanos into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Into the windup and the pitch. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Fly ball out toward left center field. Ellsbury is under it. And that ends the inning. Down in order go the Tigers. They trail it here 2-0. Matt Holliday will stand in now. And as you can see, he enters play with 16 home runs on the season so far. Time to move ahead to the top of inning number 7. J.D. Martinez will dig in for the third time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. We'll move forward in this one and rejoin the action in the bottom of the 7th.
The batter, number 36.
Settling in now, Choi. He singled his last time up. Now a snap throw to first, and the runner back. Now time is barked out by the home plate umpire. Clint Frazier will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Clint Frazier.
And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. Rips this one to first. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, just a nice inside-out swing here. You'll see he lets that pitch travel deep, and when those hands come through first, just shoots it the other way.
And it looks like a right-hander's gotten up to throw in the Tiger bullpen. Here's Chase Headley. As he'll swing and pop this one up out in the area of second base. And this will be handled by Kinsler for route number 1.
Now batting, designated hitter,
Matt Holliday will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
We're in the 7th inning now. The pitchers duel, 2-1 our score. And here's a ball hit in the air. And Kinsler will settle under this one for out number 2.
Well, here you go on show track. This is a cut fastball that he winds up making contact with down near the handle. And it winds up an easy pop-out.
Stepping in now, Aaron Hicks. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
The Yanks just need that one big hit they've been lacking so far.
Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Frazier will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
Now playing first base, number 30.
Nick Castellanos will stand in to start out their half of the eighth with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
Third baseman.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there, a ball and a strike.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the second inning.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Hit on the ground to short. Gregorius is there. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
The right fielder, number 8. Justin
Jim Aldrich will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 37, Jim Aldrich.
.92 splits the plate, and it's strike 1.
Well, he's really kept himself in the game here by throwing first pitch strikes to about 70% of the batters he's faced. That's kept him in the ballgame and kept his team in the ballgame.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider, difficult to lay off, but he did it.
Hard hit ball to second. Gloved by Castro. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The batter, number 84.
Number 84 will dig in for the 3rd time now. He started the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Not the kind of night you're dreaming of when this game started. Let's see if he changes his approach here.
Line to the right side. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
And they're able to keep the inning alive as you check out the numbers on his performance so far. That's just the 3rd hit he's allowed to this point. He's been pretty much in control the whole way.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Ian Kinsler. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
Here comes Yankee manager Joe Girardi on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Dylan Betances will take over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
Number 68, Dylan Betances.
Betances sets. First pitch on its way. And he'll start him with a high strike here on the fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
Now you've got the tying run over at first. 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
And the runner back easily.
Keeping an eye on him.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And that finds the target. 0-2 now.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
1 run on 3 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Tigers leave 1. They still trail it here 2-1. Jim Aldrich will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
Now playing right field, number 37.
Alex Wilson is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Number 30, Alex
Jacoby
Wilson.
Ellsbury gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point.
Leading off for the Yankees, center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And Kinsler will flip it on to first for out number 1.
Now batting, shortstop, Didi
Gregorius stands in. He got under 1 and popped out his last time up. This one's flared toward left center. Left fielder coming in. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Up next for the Yankees,
Starlin Castro
second
stands
baseman.
in. He got under 1 and popped out his last time up.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Aldrich on the move. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Yankees retired on just 4 pitches. They lead it 2-1. Now the beautiful views of Manhattan at night. Welcome back to Baseball on the Show from right here in the Big Apple. Jose Iglesias will stand in. They've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope
Now
to get
pitching
out
for
of
the
him.
Yankees,
Maybe he can make something
number
happen
54,
right here.
Aroldis.
So with a safe situation on tap, they'll hand the ball over to a formidable force indeed. The very hard-throwing left-hander Aroldis Chapman. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Boy, no messing around here in this 9th inning.
And that's a closer's mentality. They're not usually the best at setting guys up. They're going to come right at you with their best pitching. That's usually a fastball.
And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Well, this is kind of a tough trade-off here in that
Center
leadoff
fielder,
spot. For the most part, he's been a pretty productive hitter at the top of the lineup, but those strikeouts just keep mounting up. And I don't care if you have leadoff type speed. If you're not putting the ball in play, you're not getting on base.
Into the box now, Tyler Collins. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Chapman's ready, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. And another foul ball. Struck him out as his woes continue as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
Well, you get a good sense of his values in this ball club watching this. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts, and now they're an out away from wrapping this thing up.
First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
And a pitch up and in, keeping him honest. 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Bat explodes as this has popped up.
Wow, just a jam sandwich right there, and all he's holding is about half of his bat. Those look like the kind of bats I used to swing with.
Got him. Detroit, good night.
And that's just about what we've come to expect out of this guy so far this year. He picks up save number 35 by finishing off this victory.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, a real good performance, as you'll see in his final line. He gave him 7 2/3 good innings, and he was definitely the difference in this one.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For